So then give me the team, Greg Olsen, that prevents you and Burkhart from being back in either Philadelphia or San Francisco to call the NFC Championship game between those two. Which is the team that breaks that up?
Wow, that's a good question, because I think if you were going to ask me what's my NFC pick, I think I would go if I got the the caveat that Brock Purdy is 100% and there's no pitch count, there's no he's going to miss Wednesday practice. Like, without knowing the backstory of how all that is, if we just operated from the assumption that he is as good as ever, elbow's a non-factor, he's entering the season no different than if he never had the injury, I think San Francisco is the most talented group in the NFC. Maybe they have the best roster in football. I think when you look both sides of the ball, skill-wise, both fronts, offense and defense, and then obviously they got a million players in the back end in the secondary at linebacker with Fred Warner and those guys. So I think San Francisco is the most talented. I think if Brock Purdy doesn't get hurt, I think that NFC Championship game, goes without saying, is a much different animal. I think San Francisco comes out this year, and if they can avoid the injury bug, which has kind of been their Achilles heel in the regular season these last few years, if they can avoid that, which, again, is kind of a fingers crossed kind of thing, I think they're the best NFC team, at least on paper.
Well, again, this is exactly why I thought you'd be perfect in media and why you won an Emmy Award. You just gave me a very thoughtful answer without actually answering my question. So give me the team that will prevent Philly and San Francisco from playing one another in the NFC, in your estimation, Greg Olsen. What do you got for me? Come on now.
I think if you put a gun to my head,
figuratively, yes.
I think the team you said in the beginning, I think has a shot. I don't know if I'd bet on it. I don't know if I would. But if you told me I couldn't pick San Francisco or Philly, I think Seattle's probably right there.
There it is.
I think Seattle's there. I don't know if Detroit. I want to say Detroit. I think they're an exciting team. I think they're a team a lot of people have high expectations. I love Dan Campbell. We're going to learn a lot about them opening night against Kansas City. I think they're close. I'm not quite sure if they're good enough on defense yet to really put in that long stretch and be there towards the end, but I think they're going to have an exciting regular season because I think their offensive scheme and I think Goff plays really well in that system. So I think if you made me and said, all right, you got to take Philly and San Francisco out, I think Seattle division-wise, talent-wise, quarterback, I think Seattle would probably be right there at that next tier.
Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.